Chair of Council of Mosques to come and welcome you.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah amma ba'd. আজকে মস্ক কাউন্সিল থেকে আয়োজিত এই দাওয়াত মাহফিলে উপস্থিত সমস্ত ফেইথের চার্চ, সিনাগগ এবং টেম্পল, গুরুদ্বারা, আল মসজিদের প্রতিনিধি এবং শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠানের প্রতিনিধি সবাইকে আমি আমার অন্তরের অন্তঃস্থল থেকে শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। আসসালামু আলা মান ইত্তাবাআল হুদা। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, এই পৃথিবীতে আমরা বসবাস করতেছি। ভিন্ন মত থাকতে পারি, ভিন্ন চেহারার মানুষ থাকতে পারি, কিন্তু এই ভিন্নতা মানুষ থেকে আমাদেরকে বিচ্ছিন্ন করে না। ওয়াজআলনাকুম শুউবান ওয়া কাবাইলা লিতাআরাফু। আমি বিভিন্ন নেশনে, বিভিন্ন কালারে এবং বিভিন্ন আকৃতির মানুষ সৃষ্টি করেছি পরিচয়ের জন্য, বিচ্ছিন্ন হওয়ার জন্য নয়। সব মানুষ মানুষও, আর সব মানুষ মানুষ হইয়া থাকতে হইলে ইনসানিয়তের দরকার, মানবতার দরকার, হিউম্যানিটি যেটা আছে এইটার দরকার। তো বিশেষ করে প্রত্যেকটাই রিলিজিয়ন, প্রত্যেকটাই ধর্ম মানুষকে এইটাই পরিচয় দেয়। সবই আমরা মানুষ, সবই আমরা হিউম্যানিটি একটি অঙ্গ, একেবারে সব জিনিসে জড়িত। আহারে বিহারে, উঠায় বসায়, হাসায় কাঁদায়, দুঃখে সুখে, সব কিছুতে আমাদের একটা ইউনিটি আছে। সমান হাসি, সমান কাঁদি, সমানভাবে আমার শরীরের সুস্থতাও আছে, অসুস্থতাও আছে, দুঃখও আছে, সব কিছু আছে। এই যে আমরা সাম্য যেটা আছে, এই সাম্যটা হইল আমাদের একেবারে ফিতরতি, ন্যাচারাল, যেটা আল্লাহ আমাদেরকে দান করেছেন। এতেই বোঝা যায় যে এই দুনিয়ার সুখ শান্তি এবং শৃঙ্খলা এবং যত কিছু হিংসা বিদ্বেষ আছে, এই সমস্ত থাকতে পারে আমার মাঝে, কিন্তু কার্যকরী করতে না দেওয়া, এইটাই হইল আমাদের মানবতার দাবি। যে এই দাবির ভিত্তিতে কাউন্সিল অফ মস্ক আমরা এখানে যেটা সংগঠিত করে মুসলিম কমিউনিটি নিয়ে চলাফেরা করতেছি। আমাদের মসজিদ থেকে প্রত্যেকটা দিন 5টা বার ডাকা হয়, মানুষদেরকে কল করা হয়। তো এই কল করলে শুধু মুসলমানদেরকে কল করা হয় না, এইখানে আসে মানে হাইয়া আলাল সালাহ, আসো নমাজের চলে আসছে, হাইয়া আলাল ফালাহ, সবাই আসো, যে পথে চললে আমরা কী করতে পারবো, সফলতা লাভ করতে পারবো। তো সবার জন্যই ডাক আছে, দুনিয়ার সফলতা এবং আমার নিজের সাফল্যতা লাভ করার জন্য এই ডাক দেওয়া হয়। তো ভাই ও বন্ধুরা, আমরা এখানে আসি, কেউ চাই না কাউ অনিষ্ট করার জন্য, সবাই সবাইকে মিলে এইখানে আমাদের নিজের জীবনযাত্রা, দুনিয়ার যেটা আছে এইটা উন্নতি করব, সামাজিক জীবনযাত্রা এটার মধ্যে সঙ্গতি রাখব, একে অন্যের যা কিছু সহায়তা একে অন্যে দান করতে পারি, যেমন এবিলিটি আছে সেই এবিলিটি দিয়ে আমরা কাজ করতে পারি। সেই এবিলিটির মহান মিলনের জন্য আমরা আজ একত্রিত হয়েছি। আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাই। আমাদের মাঝে যদি এই সমস্ত ইউনিটি তাকিয়ে থাকে, সেই ইউনিটির ভিত্তিতে আমরা এক আদর্শ সমাজ, এক আদর্শ দেশের কৃষ্টি কালচার আছে, এই কৃষ্টি কালচারের জন্য আমরা কোনো বিষবৃক্ষ হব না, আমাদের সন্তান যারাও আছে তারাও বিষবৃক্ষ হবে না, সবই গোলাপ ফুলের মতো ফুটে থাকবে এবং একে অন্যকে আনন্দ দিতে পারবো। এই বলিয়েই আমার কথা শেষ করলাম। ওয়াসসালামু আলা মান ইত্তাবাআল হুদা।
I just briefly summarize what my chair said. The chairman welcomed everybody with the Muslim greetings. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Then he said he is very pleased to see all of you from different background, especially our faith leaders from church, synagogue and other religious institutions. He said we might have any differences in color, creed, political differences, but we are all human beings with one purpose, that is to benefit humanity. And he concluded again saying that, if we forget our differences and if we unite, we can build a beautiful society, a community, which all of us should be proud. May Allah Rahman from London Borough of Tower Hamlet.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings of peace to each and every one of you. I'll be very brief. Now food is there. It's reminding us quite frequently that food is going to be served very soon. I want to thank the chair, the management committee and the Council of Mosques for inviting me. I'm here with my chief executive, the corporate directors and the councillors and my boss, my PA, Fikri. We're here also to convey our gratitude to you. I am grateful for the people of the borough for giving me a chance to serve humanity. And this is what I want to do very well. My passion is the people of this borough. My passion is our youngsters, our elders, our brothers and sisters. We want people to feel the change that we're beginning to make in the borough. I want people to feel that we are one community. Community cohesion, interfaith relationship generally between one of us, between us, is so important to us as elected members. So it's important to the council. Whatever we do, we want everyone in this community to feel the benefits. There's no discrimination between the communities. And we're very grateful. We are a very diverse borough. We're very multicultural, multi-religious, and multi-ethnic. And I'm glad all the faith communities are here, and to hear Leon and my brother of the Hindu community to speak, and the chair to speak, the virtues of religions, the virtues of humanity. That's very important to me. That's my virtues too. And we're very proud that we have an annual resident survey. We had one completed this year, came through to me and Steve and the corporate management team just a few weeks back. And I'm really pleased to say that people generally feel the improvement in service in the borough. But what is very exciting is this: 90% of the people of this borough, the highest anywhere in the country, feel that we get on with each other. That's so important to us. There's one golden thread that runs through everything we do, is to ensure that people are together in this journey. We can't do it at the expense of one another. Whatever we do, we've got to have the people on board with us. The fact that 90% of people feel that we get on, that togetherness is very strong in the borough, and as Leon has just testified, now that is something that we take to heart. But it's a continuous endeavor. It's not done just in 1 year. Continuously, we've got to make sure that community cohesion, the togetherness is a golden thread runs through everything we do, that we continue to invest in public services, we continue to invest in the people of the borough. Since we come in from May 2022, we have invested additionally some £45 million in public services, in the community growth and reinvestment, because the people of this borough matter to us. Young people alone, we have invested some £22 million. The youth service, some £13 million. The education and maintenance allowance, £600 to some 1,200 youngsters. The university bursary, some £1,500 to 800 youngsters. We want our youngsters, we want our young people to compete with the best in the country, best in the world. We want our youngsters to go to some of the best universities, either in this country or abroad. We want them to have good life chances. If every child has a good education, their life chances, the life chances of the family improves massively. A good education gave me a better life chance. That's what I want for my children. That's what I want for children of our communities. That matters to us. You probably know we've also invested in free swimming sessions for young girls from 16 and over and men from 55 and over. Health inequality is important to us. We have a borough where coronary heart disease is quite ripe. As a council, we need to contribute to making sure the health inequality comes down in the borough. We're grateful to the Council of Mosque, we're grateful to the voluntary sector, the faith communities, the trade unions, and the people of this borough. Because together, you make this borough the rich borough it is, rich in human qualities. Yes, we have child poverty, one of the highest in the country. We're trying to contribute to reduce the child poverty, but as human beings, as a community, we're doing well. And we need to make sure that no one gets left behind. With the Council of Mosques, we're very grateful for the work that you do in this borough, your organizations you do in the borough. We have a number of projects that we deliver together, whether it's in community safety, whether it's on cleanliness, reducing recycling, improving recycling in the borough, encouraging more recycling, whether it's in education, raising education attainment. We're grateful to you for your support and what your sister organizations do for us. I want to thank you once again. Thank you for inviting us and wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum.
The chair of Interfaith, Sister Sufia, to say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah barakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see a whole room full on this really cold evening. Yes, so as the chair of the Thomas Interfaith Forum, I had big boots to fill in, taking over from Reverend Alan Green, and it's been almost over a year now chairing this wonderful forum. And the forum has come from strength to strength. And let me just tell you a little bit about the forum. So the Thomas Interfaith Forum is made up of 5 steering group members. Some of them are here, my colleagues on the table. We are commissioned by the council, but we are an independent group. So I had to go through an election process to become chair. We hold bi-monthly community forum meetings, and we represent the voice of all faiths and none at various council meetings, including the Tension Monitoring Group, No Place for Hate, and the Mayor's Partnership Executive Meeting. So we work closely with the townlets, BCU Police and the hate crime team, and we also get regular data on crime hotspots and share these concerns from our faith communities, and we work together to make sure that we have a cohesive and a safe borough. Every year we produce an interfaith calendar, which most of our community find it very useful because it helps us to respect one another's faith and understand what's happening in each of our faith groups. So we work very much in partnership, and we're not based anywhere in particular. In fact, we travel all the way around the borough in different organisations, from faith groups to community centres. So we get a little bit more exposure of those communities and learn about the work that they do, and that really helps us to come together. So we're very honoured and proud that we've collaborated with various partners. Some are very long withstanding, and some are new, and we're always getting new members on board. I really like to thank the collective efforts that really make a difference to people's life and offer hope. We don't talk about scripture, funnily enough. It's all everything from our scripture that is about the common good, and that's worked so well. We were just calculating this morning in our forum meeting that actually we're nearly coming up to 25 years of, next year it will be 25 years of the time that's Interfaith Forum. And the forum was formed at a time when there was a lot of difficulties. After 9/11 there was much tension in this borough, and I think our good friends Alan Green, Reverend Alan Green, we've got Leon Silver and many others, Sigrid from the forum, and many community leaders, Brother Dilwar from the Islamic Mosque, all came together to keep this forum going, to keep the cohesion going, and it is the success it is today. Just finally, this week we celebrated Interfaith Week, and it was at the town hall, and it's always lovely to be at the town hall, and everybody loves coming there. And our theme this year was about cohesion, and we were just reflecting on how faith communities have come together and the contributions they've made and how we built those relationships. And we also had Tower Hamlets Archives and Libraries who came and presented faith buildings over the years and how communities have evolved. And we had a lovely picture of the then East London Mosque, the Mariam Centre where I work now, which was porter cabins. So we could see how our community has evolved over the years and how community cohesion has been the root and the golden thread of all these communities for many, many decades. And so we're really proud that we're continuing this, and it is through the collective effort. And I'd like to thank the Mayor for actually putting forward the cohesion plan, because even from the results that we've so far got, that people are saying Tower Hamlets is a safe place to live in. People feel that they get along with each other, and that's what we feel, and we really definitely feel it in the room when we've invited people. And I can see
Vicky Tunstall, she is a detective superintendent.
Evening everyone, evening all. Vicky Tunstall, Detective Superintendent at Tower Hamlets. I have a responsibility for neighbourhoods and partnerships in Tower Hamlets Police. Some of you here may know that actually the police station that we work in covers Tower Hamlets and Hackney, so two very different communities sitting next to each other, and a real diverse mix for us as police officers. I used to work at Tower Hamlets back in 2008, worked here for about 5 years as a detective sergeant, went off and had a career in specialist crime, but really felt that need to come back and work and contribute again to the communities that exist here. I felt it was a really special place then, and I continue to think that today. And I came back to Tower Hamlets last November in the role of Superintendent for Neighbourhoods. So for me, this was a real opportunity to put something back into the community. And I worked really hard as soon as I landed here to launch a new structure within neighbourhood policing, which allows us to have far more strength in our community policing response. So for me in Tower Hamlets, the engagement teams sit underneath me in my structure. We have localised ward teams that sit underneath me. And what's really important for me, and part of the objective of the Commissioner, is that we have a really strong crime-fighting response by our local ward teams to make sure that all of you live safely here in Tower Hamlets. And that's our real driver every day when we come into work. I work really closely with those partners at Tower Hamlets Council, and many of them are here tonight. And it's a real pleasure that we've got such a strong relationship with the council and with our community safety leads here. For all of us in this room today, I think the one thing that we absolutely have in common, we may have different faiths, but the one thing that we absolutely have in common is about keeping our communities safe, both for ourselves, our families, and for our children. And that means not just where we live, but where we work and how we travel to and from those places. So the streets that you live and work within in Tower Hamlets, we work very hard with our teams to make sure that you are safe. Because of this restructuring process, it has meant that we've had quite a substantial uplift of staff into our teams. We've created some new governance to make sure that we are all working to the same priorities and objectives. And I recognise that there are many people in the communities that are sometimes unsure as to who should they call when they need to speak to the police. And there's sometimes some concern about which method do they use. There are a number of options available to you. If you are ever at any risk, then of course you always dial 999. But if you exist within your community and you have an emerging risk or a pattern of crime or a problem or issue that's causing you some concern as a community resident, then you can either contact 101 or you can go online and make a report that way. But what I've done tonight, just to ease you and to make sure that you have an understanding as to who your local ward teams are, On each of the tables, I've left a couple of packs which contains a map of Tower Hamlets and then some associated references to who your cluster ward teams are, who the sergeants are, and how you go about contacting them. Because it's often voiced to us that people just don't know who their local ward teams are. And that's a real concern for me, because I want to know that you've got a really good community relationship with your local police officers. So please, during this time tonight, and take it away for your communities as well, please take the time to have a look at that pack, recognise where you are in the map, and then look at the corresponding list of who your local officers are, and take the time to get in contact with them. We often hold ward panel meetings there every quarter, so every 3 months. We hold community conversations, which are often held at the Tower Hamlets Town Hall, and in various other locations. And you're always very welcome to come along to those and discuss the local issues that are troubling you. And we will do our best to listen to you and provide a policing response that's appropriate and suitable. So if you do get the time tonight, please do have a look at those. And otherwise, I'd just like to say, again, a big thank you to the Council of Mosques. We've been developing a relationship since, certainly since July of this year, when we started to have a very regular meeting with them. It went very well, and we maintained a relationship with the Council of Mosques throughout the national disorder that happened in August, and that was really important to us, and I think made a really key difference in how we reassured our communities as to what the policing response would be. But I continue to be invited by the Council of Mosques to these events. I will always do my utmost to try and come, and I'm very privileged to see so many different diverse mixes of faiths here today, and representatives of our council and our partners. So thank you very much. Enjoy your night. Thank you. Okay.
Leon Silva, our friend from the Jewish community.
Thank you very much. It is always an honor and a delight for me to be here. I have been to so many events here, from the Council of Mosques, iftar dinners, much smaller meetings sometimes, even with groups of rabbis here, also discussions and so on. And last year, the Muslim Association, the Muslim Community Association, really did something really special for me. They gave me an award, and I have it in pride of place in my living room. And today, there are people in London who wouldn't believe that a Jewish fellow like me, an old geezer, with a kippah on my head, can walk into the London Muslim Centre and be met, as always, with nothing other than friendship, politeness, respect, but above all, love. I feel it. Sophia spoke brilliantly and accurately about Tower Hamlets Interfaith Forum. I'm on the steering group. Sigrid, who's sitting there, also is on the steering group. Ram represents the Hindu community at steering group, not at Interfaith Forum meetings. I get to speak at some of his events as well. People don't believe or don't understand the bonds that we have in Tower Hamlets. Yes, sometimes there is trouble, there are incidents. In bad times like this, all over the country, there is an increase in anti-Semitic incidents also. But it is less here in Tower Hamlets as it is in elsewhere. And from what you would read about our borough, you would think it would be sky high. And it isn't, because we are here, we are, in our different ways, we are one community. And we are brothers and sisters. And I think what is done here by the East London Mosque, London Muslim Centre, the Council of Mosques, the Muslim Community Association does such wonders for community cohesion. We are together. Yes, there are things that cause tension. There are things elsewhere that we may disagree in some ways, not necessarily in every way, but whatever happens there is different to what happens here. And here, if there would be, and there haven't been, if there would be violence, if there would be bitterness on the streets, real hatred, the sad fact, the important fact is, it wouldn't make the slightest difference whatsoever to what's going on there. The only people it would affect is us, because we are here, we live together as friends, as family, as neighbours. We are one community, and I believe, for those of us who do believe, that God himself looks down kindly on our community here in Tower Hamlets, and we are an example to Britain and an example to the whole world how our bonds unite us, that they do not divide us. We get on together in love, friendship and in peace, and please God, we will always do so. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Ramchandra Saha from Vivekananda Human Center.
Thank you for inviting me. I came many times to this Muslim center. Also, I'm working Interfaith Forum many years, like 24 years with Alan Green. Now he retired, Supia, Leon, and other people. So I'm from Hindu community, and we running Vivekananda Human Center. Swami Vivekananda went to 1893 Chicago for the Parliament of Religion. It's interfaith dialogue. We believe in Vasudeva Kutumbaka. World is one family. So within one family, so we are brother and sister, but we have different opinion. But if we can respect and we can love, then only we can live with harmony. As I like very much welcome address from Honorable Chairman, because I understand Bengali, I'm Bengali, and he was very nicely explaining Bengali, so that in how we can respect each other and we can live peacefully in harmony. Thank you.
I'll just give you some briefing about what Council of Mosques is and what it does. It's on the screen, and I'll go very quickly. Council of Mosques was established in 2001, so 23 years. It's a long time. And since this formation, it has been doing lots of activities. Our main objective was to educate public on different religious beliefs, promoting knowledge and mutual understanding between different religion and culture, providing closer networking and cooperation between our communities, and of course, providing advice on community issues. An example is here, because in the past, when the whole country was run, just burning, Tower Hamlet was flourishing. Iraq war, people thought Tower Hamlet will be killing each other, but if anything, we protected each other. Again, all the bad times come, but we flourish in this world. Very briefly, some statistics. According to the 2021 census, roughly 39.9% of the borough's population is from one particular faith, Muslim faith, and they make a positive contribution in the borough. All of us together. This is our borough, it's usness, it's all of us together. Membership of the Council of Mosques. There are more mosques than I could, because I only included people, formal Islamic institution or mosque, but there are some informal in the formation, but they are also our members. But full member, roughly about 59 members, those who come and vote and participate in the, all the various activities. Some of the work the Council of Mosques is been doing is on the capacity building. As you know, that some of our, like this big institution, Our chief executive and the chair of this institution is somewhere here. So basically this mosque, not everybody is like LMC. LMC is the massive, it's got a lot of strength, a lot of things, a lot of infrastructure, but there are some small mosques. And our job as a council of mosques to represent those small voices, to give them some space and help them. So based on that, we do work with them on their capacity building, its compliance and other things, and it really helps them. We mainly focus our work on 3 different areas. Number 1, strengthening community cohesion through engagement with mosque. Number 2, community empowerment. And number 3, healthy minds, because all of us need to be healthy. Some of the activities, I'm not going to go through all of it. It's on your screen. All the activities we are doing, including all the workshop, doing all this compliance, everything. But it's on the screen. And also within the community empowerment, hate crime. A lot of Muslims don't report that, but all of us, those who are from this particular Muslim community, we do suffer, genuinely, but we don't tell people. But I know, a lot of our colleagues are here. There's sometimes in the borough and the police is working some amazing job, looking after each other to making sure that it's an environment where all of us flourish, regardless of our culture, religion, color. So some of the activities we do in community empowerment is about hate crime, racism, Islamophobia, and you know that every table, there is a Tower Hamlet Council is doing Islamophobia. There is a big program coming. It's on 18th of this month in the town hall, and everybody is invited to go. This is your program. Borough can only do its part, but all of us, regardless of our religious background, we need to be in the forefront, and we have to make sure that we stand up for our community, for justice. And recite from the Holy Quran, and translation would be on the screen, so please kindly feel free, just watch the screen. His name is Qazi Anhaf Hussain.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنما المؤمنون إخوة فأصلحوا بين أخويكم واتقوا الله لعلكم ترحمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكن خيرا منهن. ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب. بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن إثم ولا تجسسوا ولا يغتب بعضكم بعضا أيحب أحدكم أن يأكل لحم أخيه ميتا فكرهتموه واتقوا الله إن الله تواب رحيم. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل تعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير صدق الله العظيم.
What a beautiful, beautiful recitation. His parents are here. Can I say big thank you to you? May Allah give you barakah. May Allah accept you. And may he become a good citizen of this country and serve the humanity. Thank you very much. Please, we remain seated. Food will be served on your table, inshallah.